Did you see what happened the other day with the teleprompter?
With her?
That was not a pretty sight.
Did she see a ghost?
The teleprompter went off and she went off too. She didn't know what the hell happened.
So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. We got some business to do. All right.
What's so significant about that?
32 days.
Isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter?
It sure is President Trump. And so that brings us to our video today. Could the Democrats have picked two worse candidates? What's going on, America? Welcome to Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Before we get into this video, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. Now, with no further ado,
welcome to my party, we're just getting started.
what's going on, America? Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. Oh man, I couldn't let this one slide. I was watching a little clip from Kamala Harris, and it appeared to me during her, I guess, pre-scripted speech that she always does. She can't go nowhere without her teleprompter. It's like Linus's blanket from the Peanuts. He can't go anywhere without his blanket. So she can't go anywhere without the teleprompter. And unfortunately, it looks like the teleprompter forsook her. The teleprompter gods said no more. We want you to grow up and get out the nest. We want you to go ahead and spread your wings and fly. Okay, but what happened? The robot malfunctioned. And that's the problem. See, the question I think Americans got to ask themselves is, do they want a robot running the country? Because if Kamala Harris is not able to talk outside of a teleprompter, she's no better than a robot. And when things go wrong, the robot malfunctions. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if we could catch the very moment the robot malfunctioned.
And did you all see Magic Johnson? Remember his number? 32. Today we got 32 days until the election.
Uh-oh.
So 32 days. 32 days.
You said that.
Okay, we got some business to do. We got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it.
Now, did y'all see the moment she broke where she was in the middle of having a good time? Y'all see Magic Johnson? You remember his number 32? Yeah, and we got 32 days. Ooh, yeah. Uh-oh. 32 days. Now, what she was doing there by repeating 32 was buying herself some time. Yeah, she was looking out the side of that eye at them people that's working the teleprompter like, if y'all don't get this mess together, now I'm going to keep saying 32 days. Because see, as a robot, I can't go off my script. See, right now, I'm just looping. I'm on repeat 32 days. 32 days. 32 days. I'm surprised she didn't lean into the folks that's running to 32 days. And then she tries to go ahead and go off script just a little bit to buy herself some more time. But unfortunately, the robot can't freestyle. Yeah, she's not like AI where, it's actually learning and, becoming better. No, she's the old school 1960s, 1950 robot. So let's go ahead and see if she's able to pull it back together.
And this is going to be a very tight race until the very end. This is going to be a very tight race until the very end. We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
Now, did you hear that? So she's repeating like she always does when she's off script, just recycling words, together we shall together become together the children of the community is the children of the community. So there she is now. She's trying to say together, we got some hard work. So now what she's doing is she's repeating, this is going to be a very tight race until the very end. Now I will drag this out until that teleprompter come back on. You want me to keep saying that? I'll do it. So now she's repeating statements again, and you can tell she's uncomfortable. This is her repeating the statement not to emphasize it, but to buy time. And she's not even able to have a poker face. It is obvious this woman is like completely frightened. And then she has the nerve to say it's obvious that we're the underdog. Now, do you think that the folks writing the script put that into the teleprompter? We're the underdogs, making it appear that Trump right now got the upper hand, and she, with all of the resources she has when it comes to the media, all the resources she has when it comes to being an incumbent, all of the stuff that really just threw her in to this position, you would think she's way ahead. You would think she got all kind of benefits, being just the first black woman and a Democrat, and all the liberal media is boosting her up. You would think she would be looking at Trump as the underdog because she got everything behind her, but she ain't got the people. But she's repeating that statement, trying to buy some more time, and then filled it in with we're the underdogs. Okay, come on, Chameleon. You can do this. All right. So let's see the moment that she tries to pull it back together when the teleprompter comes on.
But here's the thing about us. We like hard work. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. And with your help in November, we will win. We will win. We are not playing around. So listen, we know this election is about two very different visions for our nation.
So did you see the very moment when the teleprompter came back on? She's like, we will win. And then she paused and waited. Oh, God, thank God it's back. So listen, you can see there's two very different. Now she got back into her cadence. She's more comfortable. She's not sitting back trying to pause or repeat the same things. She's back on script now. You know, the sad part about this is she's a raggedy candidate. If she can't go off teleprompter for a few seconds and fill it in, considering if you talk about this all the time, you're a politician. If you're talking about this stuff all the time, you're repeating a lot of the stuff when you're on the campaign trail, and you're telling me you can't just freestyle it for a few seconds. I freestyle live streams for 2 hours a night, and this woman can't freestyle that for like 35 seconds. The reason I could do it is because I'm familiar with the material. I have internalized this, and I've committed a lot of time and effort to know what I'm talking about. So therefore, you know, if I'm caught off guard, I can at least go off script and pull some references or something. But it's obvious she can't do that, which means she's a robot. She's completely confined to them controlling what she says, what she does, what she thinks, and so on and so forth. And it appears that the robot is dumb enough to go ahead and bring in another robot just like her. I mean, she's so dumb, she went out and got a second robot, and everybody knows it because he glitched up too. And I'm talking about the woke weirdo. Let's see the very moment that he glitched up.
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400, town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and I'm proud of that service.
Was that? Oh, so instead of addressing the question about him being in China, this man starts going in to telling us his life story. Just like Kamala Harris does when she is off script and people ask her about the economy. Look, I grew up out in the second class family. That my mother did this and this and that. He's doing the same thing. Now, you would think she would get somebody, you know, that is opposite of her. But once again, we looking at Dumb and Dumber. So now he goes into a word salad about his history, thinking that he can distract everybody about the lie that he's told. And then, unfortunately, he glitched up after somebody typed it in again to the computer. I did not ask you that. I asked you about where you were in China.
I joined the National Guard at 17, worked on family farms, and then I used the GI Bill. to become a teacher, passionate about it, a young teacher. My first year out, I got the opportunity in the summer of '89 to travel to China. 35 years ago, be able to do that. I came back home and then started a program to take young people there. We would take basketball teams, we would take baseball teams, we would take dancers, and we would go back and forth to China. Now look, my community knows who I am. They saw where I was at. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect, and I'm a knucklehead at times. So look, my commitment has been from the beginning to make sure that I'm there for the people, to make sure that I get this right. I will say more than anything, many times I will talk a lot. I will get caught up in the rhetoric.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
Wow, that computer glitched up big time. Big time. So you see, you can't get any worse than these two candidates. They picked the worst two. If you can't go ahead and respond to questions like that, or freestyle, go off script, that man just straight froze up. And then, of course, he's asked again to see how he does the second time.
Yeah, look, I have my dates wrong. I was in Hong Kong and China in 1989. That move from Hong Kong into China, it was profound for me. That was the summer of democracy. I said it's where I understood how sacred democracy was. It's what encouraged me, about 15 back and forth with my students, taking them to China to understand both, first of all, the culture, but also to teach Chinese students about democracy. But here's my whole point on that thing with China. I do understand China a hell of a lot better than Donald Trump.
Wow, that's the best he could pull out of his butt. Instead of just straight saying, I lied, this cat, I got my dates wrong. No, you didn't get your dates wrong. You lied. Because, see, it's not about dates. It's about the event. And if you were at an event that was that magnanimous, you will remember it. I know exactly where I was on 9/11. Yeah, so it's not even about the date. I remember the experience. You would know whether you were there or not. If I said, man, you know what, man, I was there at Pearl Harbor when it all happened. And somebody said, well, nah, Kev, you weren't there at Pearl Harbor. Actually, you was in Wisconsin. Oh, I must have got my dates wrong. No, I just said I was at a event that took place in history that nobody should forget whether they were there or not. You like, either I was there or I wasn't. And this man said, I just got my dates wrong. Not my event wrong, my dates. He is raggedy as well. So therefore, Trump said it best. You don't want a president that can't go off script. You don't want two robots, folks that's controlled, folks that aren't authentic, folks that aren't honest, folks that can't simply respond without somebody said, this is what you say. How are these two idiots going to handle real questions or real debates or real negotiations with foreign leaders, and they can't even go off script or answer a simple question honestly, like the woke weirdo? So therefore, I'm pretty sure if any American votes for these two, you're probably not aware of how horrible they are. Therefore, please, somebody share this video with all of your friends who got the nerve to be saying, I'm going to go ahead and vote for Kamala Harris or the woke weirdo, because that's what you're getting. You might as well go out and vote for an IBM computer with a floppy disk. I'm talking one of them old school ones that take 8 hours to boot up. And you got to type in the commands. You might as well go out and vote for one of those, okay? Because these folks right here are controlled. And if anything goes wrong, they glitch up. Old school computers. So anyway, there you have it, man. Chameleon Kamala Harris, I know she was sweating hard. Oh, thank God. All right, I'm back online. Anyway, God bless y'all. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.